Today we're checking out DIVINUM, or DIVINUM, or DIVINUM? DIVINUM? I don't know which one to go with. Let's go with DIVINUM. We're checking out DIVINUM, an action side-scroller featuring an intricate combat system and Metroidvania elements. Attain the powers of the ancestor spirits, protect your home island from the invaders, and uncover its dark secret. Developed by Sigil Games, not to be confused with the old MMO Sigil Games Online, and coming out sometime this year. There is a demo, so I recommend checking it out before you listen to just my opinion. But anyway, let's learn a little bit more about the story. There's really not much of it in the demo itself, I'm going to warn you. I've already played it through all the way to the end, including the combat sections. There's not much story within the demo itself. An outside threat appears at Fjør's homeland, a quiet northern island. She's not yet strong enough, but born under Guardian's celestial blessing, she must unlock her inner powers, unite the spirits of ancient heroes, and fulfill her duty to protect what's sacred to her people. Barely any of this is actually in the game so far. Survive, get stronger, and triumph. As you move towards your goal, explore the island's surface and underground. Forgotten caves and ominous swamps, gloomy catacombs and sacred ruins, where you shall fight hordes of monsters and discover well-hidden secrets. Has an intricate combat system, and I gotta say, the combat is where this game kind of shines. It's fun, it's a little unforgiving. I'll get to that in a little bit, but I had fun with it. Tired of one-button combat? Inspired by the best of hack-and-slash genre, DIVINUM has wide possibilities for you to master and experiment with. Launch enemies into the air, where they are unable to act and escape, but Fjør gets access to unique moves. Unleash unstoppable combos with 2 distinct primary weapons and special skills. Leave your foes no chance with quick dodges, block, and parry. And it actually does flow quite well, but the more enemies that are on the screen, it gets exponentially difficult. It's hard to do like a parry or perfect block when you have... there's so much noise on the screen, it's hard to see. But that's part of the fun, I guess. Explore the world, look for secrets, and fight bosses to find runes that meaningfully change how you fight. Plus 5% damage item, you won't find anything this boring in DIVINUM. And I gotta say, the runes and skills actually do change the gameplay quite a bit. Do change your combat style quite a bit. So there's a lot of options for different play styles, which I'm always a big fan of. Runes can provide anything from solid, unique bonuses to modifiers that can completely change how you approach battles, but they may come with trade-offs. And that is true. There's one that will allow you to regenerate 1 health every 5 seconds, but you have no other way of healing. That's just one example. Across the island, ancient evil lies in wait. Challenge the cursed foes of old and claim the rewards. As far as the system requirements go, look at that! 2 gigs of RAM. Isn't that beautiful? Who doesn't want to see that? Alright, let's play. I'm going to start a new file. And we'll play through the prologue first, and then we'll go through the combat challenges. The prologue's very quick. Good news. Olaf's returned. Great. He says the witch is hiding near the eastern caves. Okay. There's a lot of questions I have, but we'll keep going with it. I'm going after her. Watch after the village while I'm gone. And this is Fjør. No way. You can't keep pushing me aside. I'm a guardian, same as you. I can handle this. I know. Maybe I really have been holding you back. All right, I'll stay in the village this time. You've convinced me with your compelling argument. Go. Show her what we're capable of. Okay, cool. Let's go talk to the villages. This is Herta. Why are there so many tonight? So many what? We barely made it home. We found where they're coming from. Yarkin will watch the village. I'll take care of the rest. Cool. And who are you? Good luck. We'll cook something tasty for when you get back. Thanks, Sigrid. And who are you? Oh, he's got the heavier dialogue sounds because he's a big fella. I'll stay here till morning. I'm no guardian, but I can lend a hand if things turn. Thanks, Bjork. Love your music. And for the sword. Excellent work. Glad it suits you. Good luck on the hunt. Cool. What's this? Olaf, I hope to see you here last time. Visit Ulfgard soon. I could really use your help. Signed, Armand. Alright. Don't really know how that notice board's going to be used in the future. Maybe it's going to be used for quests and whatnot. We'll see. Ponytails bouncing like Dixie Kong. Alright, press A to jump. And you can control the height of your jump. Tapping A gives you that much. Holding it gives you a little bit more. Attack. You do have combos in this. You don't really have many to start with. As you progress through the demo and the combat challenges, it gives you more stuff to sample. So we're not really gonna see much of Fjør's combat abilities until we get to the combat challenges. So just bear with me. We've also got a roll. You can knock enemies in the air and do air combos, which is kind of cool. You can also do a charged attack. Kablamo! What I did with that skeletal warrior earlier was a perfect block, which can stun enemies. Sometimes you have to do multiple in a row to stun like stronger enemies. Oh no, we fell. Dash, dodge attacks, or pass through enemies. So when they're stunned, when they're glowing yellow like that, you can usually hit them up in the air and juggle them for a little bit. I say usually, but it's not usually. You can. I'm always looking for secrets. I said earlier that the combat is where this game shines, and it really does. You're not going to get to see much of it yet until the combat challenges, which you can fast forward to. There's time codes for all of these videos. I always try to make it convenient for people. So if you want to skip to that, go right ahead. So you can launch enemies into the air with just an up and attack, or you can launch them into the air and then follow them up into the air by holding the attack after you press up, or while you're pressing up, sorry. Alright, so let's do an uppercut and then a mid-air fall strike. Just like that. And there are runes and abilities that you can collect that will give you additional benefits for when you do a perfect block. Oh. I was just about to, game. Come on. Perfect block. Right before getting hit, press left trigger to prevent all damage and push the enemy closer to a stun. That's when they're glowing yellow and not doing anything. If used too early, only reduces damage taken by 1 at the cost of some mana. Alright. Let's go into the creepy cave. What's this? This seems to be an obelisk of the seers, one of the 7 fates of our people. It is believed that in the past, seers like our elder Vidar, were not only good leaders, but had extraordinary intuition. That's it. Don't know exactly what that's for. Doesn't really tell us anything. See, that block was not a perfect block. All right, moving on. And we're done in the cave. I don't know what happened there. I tried to do a perfect block. It didn't do any damage, but it actually knocked me back. And I'm wondering if I was just a little bit late. Don't know. Right. Oh no, I took a damage. We do have the ability to heal. It heals for 2. And mana just regenerates on its own. Does also regenerate with attacks. And later on, some of the abilities that you get will increase your mana regeneration abilities. Oh, this is what I mean. It's hard to see when one's attacking, one's in the background. Oh, good. Who are you? Ah, you've come yourself to join the undead. How splendid, says Klissa, the Death Speaker. Your reign ends here, witch. Soon the primordial one awakens. None shall escape his will. Okay, well, we'll see about that. And you can reflect certain attacks. Ow, back. And that doesn't apply just to Witchy here. It applies to all enemies. Oh, we got her stunned. Ow. She has one attack where the timing on it is really short, and that's the one that always gets me. Did I get all my gems? Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting how tough those big slimes are. Die and rise in death. No. There we go. If you rise again, I'll be waiting. Is that ships? Are those ships? Yeah. I must return quickly. And that's it. That's the prologue. Like I said, really not a lot of story. And you don't get a good sense of the fighting system and the modifications that can be done to it until you get to the combat challenges. So let's go there now.